I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Oh, I lost you a little bit. There we are. There we are. Yes, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. It's fall. It's super fall-y here. You're in Florida, right?
Yep.
So you even have four seasons? Because up here it went from 90-degree weather last week, and now it's going to be 30 tonight, I think.
No, it gets hot, then less hot. It really
Right.
doesn't drop below 80.
Right.
And sometimes when we get 70-degree weather, that's cold to us.
Yeah, it's chilly here. I should be wearing a hoodie, but I figured that wasn't super appropriate for an interview, so I'm throwing on a hoodie right after this.
I miss chilly though. Like I miss the snow and just the chilly weather.
You say that till you move to a place where it's snowy and chilly, and then you're like, halfway through the winter you get tired of it, man. After Christmas, it's all downhill from after Christmas, man.
Right? Like I come here from Virginia, and my first Christmas here was weird. It was still warm. Like you could go to the beach on Christmas Day. It was just super weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
All right, well let's get into shit show. It is just right around the corner.
It is. It is. It is coming out very quickly. I say very quickly. We're still 2 months away. Almost exactly 2 months away. Um, by the time you hear this, it will be under 2 months. But yeah, man, it's weird saying it. It's weird saying it. It's we um we pitched it around a year ago. When was it? September 18th, I think it was. I sent off the pitches, and here we are more than a year after the fact. And we're gonna have a full ass comic book, man. It feels good.
What what why did it take a year to come all the way out to be printed?
That's an excellent question. A whole bunch of stuff. It took. Well, we set the pitches in September, so that means we started working on the pages and artwork far before then. And then we actually didn't even sign a, a publishing deal until November, December. I think it was mid-November. Um, so it hasn't quite been a year yet since I guess the ink dried on the deal. Just a whole bunch of other stuff. Comics take forever to make. I think the industry standard, if you're working on it professionally, I think Marvel and DC, they expect you to do kind of a page a day, is the standard. I think it equals out to with weekends and stuff, they expect you to do like 20 pages a month, and we're the shit show team's not up to that kind of crunch level. Because Marvel artists are pretty much assigned to one book at a time, or at least one issue at a time, whereas our creative team are doing multiple. Samir Samau, he's doing our interior art. He's crazy busy with stuff. You can, I think he has a Kickstarter going for something else right now. I saw, and I know he does at least two other books besides that in shit show. Warney has stuff everywhere. What was she just in? She did the colors for Dryfoot, I believe is the name, with Jared Luan's book from Mad Cave. Pretty excellent book. So shout out to Mad Cave. I feel kind of a bit of a traitor shouting out a different publisher at the moment. But no, everyone's just busy, man. Everyone's busy. COVID certainly didn't help. There was a slight delay there with some art stuff and COVID related stuff. Um, but we're back and we're moving full steam ahead, and we'll have a book here very shortly.
All right, is number one completely finished and just polished? He's just polishing it
Number
now.
one, no, number one has been done and polished and polished and polished and polished and polished and polished again. So number one is uh, completely in the can. Number one's been completely in the can for quite some time. I think number one might have been in the can before shutdowns, actually. Very close. I mean, number one's been in the can for months. Number two's also been in the can for quite a while. And number three is getting there as well. Um, and everything else we're working on is moving along too. So yeah, number one's completely finished and ready to go to press ASAP.
All right, cool. And yeah, no, seeing that you was doing a shit show Christmas.
Hmm.
Can you tell us a
We
little bit about that?
I don't know what I could say about that. So we are doing. I will call it a shit show Christmas special. This is probably an exclusive for Comic Chat Authority, I think.
Mhm.
We are doing a Christmas story. I've been calling it. Yeah, I think it's gonna end up just being called, Shit Show Christmas Special number one, because I fully intend next year to do Shit Show Christmas Special number two. Um, I can't tell you yet how you're getting it, but there will be a physical copy available of our Shit Show Christmas story available in December. When in relation to the comic is supposed to come out December 2nd. Number one is supposed to come out December 2nd. So I would anticipate also around that area. Shit Show Christmas Special number one may also come out. Um, that's all I can really say on that at the moment. Just that you will be able to buy a physical copy. Um, and it's a pretty fun way we're doing it. So we should have some information on that shortly as well.
All right, and if people, where can people get the information or the updates? Do you?
Updates, go to Facebook.com/Facebook.com/shitshow comic is where all this information was. All last month, I ran a promotion called hashtag Shittember. And each day we had a posted day. We did all sorts of stuff. We revealed pinups. We revealed some potential kind of variant cover type stuff if retailers still wanted to hop on the exclusive train. These character bios, like handbook type things, because that's also another project I'm kind of cobbling together on the side. That's where most of the information is on Facebook.
All right, and the ash can is sold out, correctly?
Apparently, man, I got a text at like midnight last night, in a screenshot, and it says the ash can sold out. Yeah, I mean it's apparently sold out. To my knowledge, it's sold out. There might be some more issues added at a later time, um, or there might not. I guess I have no real idea. All I know is the Scout Comics website says it's sold out, and normally that's kind of what they have in their shop down there. So I'm rolling with it, man. I'm saying it's sold out. Might as well. There might be some backlog somewhere, some more products somewhere. Um, but I don't know. I guess I've been tuning into a lot of live auctions and such on these Facebook groups and whatnot, and a lot of these retailers have been moving it. So. Um, if there are any left, it's few. Otherwise, you'll have to get it from the secondary market, wherever that is, eBay or Facebook or some retailers. I have no idea who's carrying. I know Jen King with Space Cadets in Texas is carrying it. That's the last one I showed. Jen's very active on Facebook, Comic Book Shopping Network, I think it is, CBSN. Jen has some copies. Um, Geek Nerd was another store that does live auctions, and they had some. Um, yeah, just check it out. I've seen a couple listings on eBay already too. So it's currently sold out through the Scout Comics website, which was the only spot to get it unless you got it through your retailer who orders direct from Scout. So there may be more coming, but I do not know.
Has there ever been a second printing of an ash can?
That's a good question. I don't know.
You could
I don't know.
have a second printing of an ash can.
Yeah, I don't know what the thing is on that. I don't. I have to look into that. Yeah, I
Mhm.
have no idea. That's a good question.
All right. And I know, well, how many variant covers are you going to do?
That was also a good question. So right now we have cover A, which was Samir's done it. Cover A is kind of what you have back there on the Ashcan, although it has kind of a toned down trade dress. We kind of unleash the beast more and show a lot more of the artwork on there. So that's cover A. Cover B is by Juan Angel. He's a concept artist and he's done some great work for us. He's doing cover B right now. It's a 1 of 10 incentive. Um, so that means the comic store needs to buy 10, and then how Scout does it instead of a kind of true 1 of 10, and instead of getting one incentive per 10 issues, you just order the 10 issues, then you can order as many of the incentives as you want. So I know a lot of stores online have already opted just to buy the 10 issues so you can unlock the incentive, and both of the covers are excellent. Those are the two main covers you can order between any retailers. I'm not, I don't think I could say the place, but we do have at least one store exclusive coming out, I do believe. And I know a few others have expressed interest. But I'm pretty sure the one's in for sure, and that's also another phenomenal cover that a lot of people will probably like. So I'm feeling confident on three. Um, Probably, oh yeah, I'll say three. How about that? I will say I'm feeling comfortable on three, probably four, maybe more. I just don't want to spill all the beans in once.
Right. All right. Um, let's see. Oh, how many ash cans have you signed? We was
How
talking
many
about this.
Ash Kids have I signed? Yeah, that's a good question. So I got my some comps I've been sending out, I've signed, and some I haven't. I would say signed copies are 25-ish, maybe. Um, yeah, I don't know. The first ones I was signing out or sending out, I didn't sign at all because I didn't think anyone wanted it signed. And then
Right.
I got a Twitter message um, that said, "Hey, can you sign mine?" I said, "Oh, you want that?" So then I did, and then I sent out a couple of others. Did I sign yours? I can't remember if I signed yours or not.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I? Okay. Yeah.
uh, did you have any Comic Cons planned before the current world event?
I was planning on doing one of the bigger ones later in the year. If I think before everything else, we were kind of shaping up for a July or August release, way back when, before everything got pushed back. So I was planning on doing one of the big ones, whether it was Seattle, Emerald City, or New York. Um, but now it's all kind of a moot point. Um, yeah, that's kind of it. Next year we'll see, man. I honestly don't really feel like going to a con in the current environment, at least.
Right.
Um, so we'll just kind of play it by ear. The way it is now, I know LA Comic Con announced that they were holding an event this year still, and the way people reacted to that, doubt, I doubt anyone will even consider going to a con for the first half of next year, at least, if not much later. I wouldn't be surprised to see San Diego delayed again or something like that. At least push back from its summer date backwards. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they rush through a vaccine in um, December or January, and we can go to cons again. But I just, at the way it is now, I don't see it being a feasible thing to put together for quite some time still.
All right. Well, since cons are the way they are, and when people get to the book in December, Can they send it to you to get it signed? Or how are you going to work that?
I have not even thought about that. Maybe. We'll have to work. We'll probably have to work something out. I'll probably set up a PO box or something. Yeah, and we can do something. That's store exclusive. I teased earlier. We're definitely doing something through that. Because that's just a bulk deal, you know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll kind of play it by ear. Yeah, I'm not opposed with doing it, you know, and certainly if you buy one of my comp copies or one of the copies I have on hand here, I'll gladly sign it before we send it out. It's just kind of headache dealing with the shipping and stuff. But like I said, if someone really wants it signed, I have no problem with it.
All right. And Shit Show is the only book that you're working on currently?
No, it's not even close, man. We're define working on.
Right, yeah. I guess one that's your name's going to be in the book. I guess you could say working on.
Shit Show is the only book I have out now that's been signed to a publisher. I'll put it that way.
All
right. I have one other book in serious kind of development stage that it's in production, I would guess. Production in the sense of we're doing some test pages with an artist. You could kind of say that with two, I guess. And then I have probably 2 or 3 more at least outlined, and then just a bunch more general ideas. So Shit Show's not the only book. I hope we can do something shortly too. I would like a second title to come out in 2021 or early 2022. I teased it on my Facebook page. If anyone's friends with me on Facebook, I teased it last week. So we'll see, man. I hope to pitch that. It'd be nice to get that signed by the end of the year. I'm not sure if it'll get signed by the end of the year or not. But Shit Show, man, it's shaping up to be a lot more than this 3-issue miniseries I had planned. So it's not going to, if the stars align and we can push out whatever I'm planning, Shit Show's going to be plenty of work with just itself.
All right. Could you tell us how the pitch meeting goes? Because a lot of people I've never been in a pitch meeting and always curious how it goes. And
I never did actually have a meeting. I put together the pitch packet in a PDF and sent it off through email, and they emailed me back and said they wanted to do it. And I said, hell yeah. At that time, I had only sent it off to one other publisher. And Scout reached out, which was my top choice anyway. So I just said, heck yeah. In the pitch, every no matter what you do for comic pitches, every publisher is going to want to see the artwork, the sequential artwork. At least 5 pages, most do 6. No publisher is going to accept a script or an idea, just because of legal reasons and such, you know, because if a publisher or an executive gets that idea in their head and starts writing it or pitches it to another creator or something, that's gonna devolve into a shit show of itself, you know. So yeah, if I could screen share, I wonder how. I don't even know if you can do that. But my pitch packet is I did a log line. The log line's just a quick 1 or 2 sentence thing. I think it was about drunk carnies with superpowers or something was my log line. Then I did a synopsis, kind of filling it out further, and I did a full outline of what was going to happen. Spoilers and all, I pretty much just wrote a prose story almost of how the story was going to go. You see on page 1 in the ash can, Rich is drunk and he bonks his head. So I write that out, and and how it sends him kind of into a flashback dream kind of state, you know. Um, and the outline, after the outline, I included the pages, creator bios, and I sent it off. And that was not my first pitch I sent in. I had pitched a comic before. Um, but yeah, both of them were similar processes.
And when Scout agreed, they sent you an email back list of like conditions, like A, B, C, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just agreed to that. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
we're not. Yeah.
yeah,
All
pretty much.
right.
Yeah, there's a contract involved, and um, yeah,
All right.
I gladly signed it. I said, "Hell yeah, man! Let's get to it."
Sweet. And before I turn it over to you, and what's the name of the fans of Shit Show?
Shitheads, man. Shitheads. It was a no-brainer. That's like if you go to poop.show, www.poop.show, our website, you can sign up for the shit list there, and the shit list is our email newsletter. And we at least do monthly blasts with that. Behind the scenes stuff all the time. So yeah, man, we had the shit list. So I'm like, well, we have the shit list. We have shit show. We might as well just complete the trifecta and call you all shitheads. So love it or hate it, man. That's just kind of how it is, and that's kind of the thing with shit show. It's got some seriousness into it, but it really does go over the top most most times. So yeah, why not? Call our fans shitheads. You might as well.
All right. Well, thank you for coming and talking with us, Adam. Is there anything you got to say before we go?
So right now this is going live, I think Monday, right? You can
Friday.
Friday. You can pre-order Shit Show now, through the 18th. October 18th, I think, is the last day you can pre-order it. So go to your local comic store. If um, you need the pre-order codes or what have you, those are all over our Facebook page. There's, like I said, there's two of them. There's one for cover A, and there's one for cover B, which is the incentive. And like I said, pre-order it. Comics, the whole distribution thing's so wonky, man. You have to pre-order it 2 months in advance, because if you don't pre-order it, there might not be enough copies for you when it comes out. So I just recommend pre-ordering it by October 18th. Uh, yeah, I'm not going to say the codes here because you'll forget them. Everyone will forget them. So just go to our Facebook page or search Previews World. I think that's the website, previewsworld.com. Or go to your store and ask for the previews catalog, and it'll be in there. And pre-order it. Make sure you get your copies, and we have much more on the way. So I'm excited to share it eventually.
Maybe a part 3?
Oh, you mean like for interview wise?
Yeah, because this is part 2.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We'll do part 3, part 4, part 5. I don't care, man. We can do whatever. This story is just the beginning, so I'm excited to see where it goes, and hopefully people read it enough that that warrants more of these stories. So we'll see, and we'll go from there.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, thanks, man.